Okay, hi. I'm doing this. And what is this even exactly? This is me. I'm going to be doing some energy work on myself and mostly checking in with my heart space. But it's going to be different this time because I have a camera in my face. So I don't know how efficient this is going to be with the camera in my face. I've tried to do this honestly a couple times before this, and it doesn't usually work out. So I want to learn new ways of doing this without just honestly, when I am going into myself, when I am communicating with myself, I do use my voice a lot, but that's usually in solitude. And I guess when I'm expressing this stuff, what's internal with me, with other people, I usually go to writing with it. I don't usually record videos, and I'll use my voice with some people. I will. Like I'll have voice messages sent to other people, and it does feel like a good release, and it does feel like it's helping me. But when it comes to recording, this is not really my playground. But that's exactly why I'm doing it. I want to learn new ways of doing this energy thing. So, and what even is this energy thing? It feels weird to record a video without explaining what what I'm even doing and how it works, or how it even works to me. How do I perceive energy healing and energy channeling? But this is not going to be the video for this is not going to be an introduction. This is not going to be I don't even know if people are going to be watching this right now. So this is just a more on me on me thing. And I'll get to the introductions. What does energy work mean to me, and how do I do it, and psychic stuff? How does that work? I'll do that another time. But I do have to have some type of explanation in this video because excuse me, with the work I want to do, basically I want to calm down, talk to myself, check in with myself. I have a space in my heart that has a lot of fear about love in general love. And my love, I feel like, is growing and expanding a lot more than it has in the past. And I'm changing my views on love. I am cultivating a new idea of what love means to me and how I express that with other people. But there's a part of me in here too that is fearful of that because it's more used to staying in one place than the place that I'm going now. So I have a part of me that's wanting to stay firm in this place, and a part of me that's wanting to change. And now that I'm making the choice to change, there's a part of me, the part of me that's fearful is expressing itself through anger. Not good. So it's very mad that I'm deciding to go in this place that could potentially hurt us, because love can hurt people. And I have been hurt by love or circumstances that involve love. And I don't really think love can hurt people. It's usually the circumstances, and we identify those circumstances with the love that was involved, and we blame the love. But really, in the circumstances I was in, it wasn't the love. It was just, even the things that hurt me in the past, I feel like I needed that to be here now. My love wouldn't be expanding the way it is without those circumstances. But there's clearly a part of me that doesn't feel that way. It feels like, I don't know about that. And you're still choosing this to grow here, and that could potentially hurt us. I'm mad at you. So I'm going to check in with my heart. And with energy not flowing in the way that it should be, I don't want to force this thing to flow. And I'm not expecting it to flow right now with anything I do right now. This is more just me checking in on myself, because I didn't have a great night last night with this circumstance, with this situation in my heart. And last night meaning July 11th, because I don't know when this is going to be posted, if it's going to be posted, if anyone's watching this. Maybe someone's watching this a year later. So I just put a date for you. Today, as I'm recording this, is July 12th. Last night, you get you get what I'm talking about. So to do this, I'm gonna have to calm down. I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous. I'm not as nervous as I thought I'd be. I see this camera and I'm looking at it. I'm looking at myself. It's not bothering me as much as it used to, or as much as I thought it would, even right now. I don't know why that is. That's a good thing. I'm not going to question it. But I need to calm down. Not much nerves, which is really good. And It's a lot easier to go into a place internally whenever you calm all the excitement down. So what I do is I imagine myself taking all this excitement and growing a bunch of roots in my feet or in the bottom of me, growing a bunch of roots and putting all that excitement down into the earth. And the earth is having this, it's working with me. It's working with me. It's taking all these things and taking all this excitement that I have and taking it all from me and turning it into light. But that excitement's, I'm still excited. Clearly. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I hope my explanation for my heart was good enough. I just realized I was going to explain a bit instead of just going into... You don't want to have a conversation for a few weeks about something, turn on a camera, and then just finish that conversation and hope the people that are watching is catching on. So I was going to explain, but I think I did enough. I explained well. I didn't explain too many details, but there's no details needed. Let's just check in with myself and hope that if anyone's watching this, if you have a space in your heart that feels fearful, it feels like it's not allowing your love to flow in a proper way, then maybe this can help you too. We're all connected. We're all connected. And I told myself I wasn't going to do much of the explanation for energy healing, but I'm doing it a little bit. We're all connected. And when I heal me, I'm healing you. And when you heal yourself, I can take some of that healing for me, if we are both receptive to it. You're doing so much by healing yourself. You're healing people that you aren't even aware of, people that aren't even aware of you, people that aren't even having a human experience. There's beings, millions and millions of beings that are around you that are... You are helping so much by just healing yourself. So I step into my heart and see what's going on in here. And I don't feel angry right now, but I do need to address the anger that was there last night, because I diffused it, but I didn't heal it at all. Why was the anger there last night? You may be wondering. Well, just so you know, I'm wondering with you. I'm wondering the same thing. But we can at least know that anger is there because of fear. Why is the fear there? Well, the fear is afraid of love. Well, why is it afraid of love? And then I could say, okay, because I've been hurt by circumstances that have involved love. And I also have beliefs of love in a certain way. And my beliefs of love are changing, which is even more scary for this thing, because not only are you experiencing more love, but you're experiencing a new type of love that I don't understand. I'm scared of that. And I understand. I get that. I understand that. But how about I show you that there's nothing to be afraid of? How about I just create a space for right now, for my heart to just be listened to? You know what I know my heart needs? My heart really just needs a big hug. It really does. Whenever I'm thinking of my heart right now, I'm seeing a version of me that I'm walking in on. And have you guys ever, either whether it's you or someone else, have you ever just seen someone, you kind of walk into them, maybe it's in school, or you have a person that's kind of appearing to be, they're trying to keep it together. Something just happened, right? And they're trying to keep it together, but you know they're on the verge of about to cry. They're like on the verge of about to just have a serious freak out moment. And they're shaking and they're just trying to keep it together because, oh, when I get alone, I'm going to just let all of this out because I can't hold it in, but I'm going to try to hold it in now because there's a bunch of people watching me. I can't freak out and cry right now. And at this moment, that's what it looks like. That's what this version of me looks like. I walk in on him and he's just like, oh, hey, what are we going to love today? What are we going to spread love to today? But he's shaking and he's, I could tell he's not having a good time, but he's trying. So he's really trying with this, and it's not funny, but him just like, oh yeah, so what are we gonna love today? It's a little humorous because of he's really trying with this. But I ignore everything he's saying and I just grab him by his shoulders and I pull him in. Now imagine the person that you can think of, or even if it's yourself who was in that situation. How would they react if someone just came up and hugged them? Well, all that stuff that they're holding in, it would just let out immediately because they can't hold it in anymore. Maybe there's some people out there who can, and that's really impressive, but this version of me, he can't do it, and he starts to bawl out and cry, and he's angry, and he's not showing it much physically because he becomes really limp in my arms and can't hold himself up anymore, so I'm holding him up. I'm just gonna hold you. Seems really guilty. All the anger. Because he's not really an angry person. Remember, it's fear. This anger is just an expression of fear. So the fear feels bad for being angry, but it feels like it can't help itself. So last night, the fear was projecting itself as anger, and I had a moment where last night I was trying to sleep, and I went to bed extremely upset because of some circumstances and mostly things going on internally, and this anger was projecting itself out, and it was clearly upset. So when I was trying to sleep, I stayed up for hours, hours, feeling like I was having an argument with myself the whole night. This thing just, every time I tried to sleep, it would be like, nope, you're waking back up. You're talking to me right now. You're going to listen to all of my things I have to say out of anger. Because when something is angry, it doesn't want to hear anything. It just wants you to hear it. It wants to release everything and be heard and be loud and be louder than you at that level of anger. So I was having a lot of going back and forth with myself. I went into a space. There's an app called Discord that I'm in with some very beautiful people. And this anger and I went into this space energetically. The Discord space energetically. So this Discord thing is an app on your phone, but me and this anger version of me went into this space energetically as if it was a real physical place. So there's a channel in this Discord app. You go in here and there's different channels you can go into. There's different rooms you can go into. But in this space we're in, it was like one channel is for art. It was like an actual room that was designated for this place in a building. It was cool, but we weren't there for anything cool. We were there because the anger had a golf club and a bat, and he was just destroying everything around him. And usually a bat wouldn't be able to just do that. You're not going to hit a wall with a bat. You may cause a hole in the wall, but you're not going to just obliterate that whole wall. This anger version of me apparently could do that. So he was hitting things and was just punching in whole walls. A full wall, just punching it in. He was being really angry. Being really angry. And I was honestly, I'm back in this space because I'm remembering it, and I'm doing the same thing I was doing last night. I'm just staring at him. Because for one, well, I don't want to stop you. I'll just let you have this space. He's just destroying things, yelling. But why? Something about good enough. Something about not being good enough for any of this. None of this stuff even sees me. I don't really belong here. I'm not heard here. I'm not cared about here. I'm not loved here. I'm just angry here. I'm just angry in this space. And you're not stopping me. Why aren't you stopping me? Why aren't you doing anything? Well, because I don't even want to be here. You woke me up. You woke me up out of my sleep to be angry at me. So I'm just going to be here with you. Isn't that what you wanted? You wanted me to be here, acknowledge you. So I'm acknowledging you. Now the anger calms down. Wow. Oh, so you're actually listening to me. Oh, okay. Well, that's awkward. when something is angry and it's yelling at you and then it stops yelling at you to wait for you to say one little thing for it to interrupt you and start yelling again. What does it do when you just sit there and listen to it and be like, yeah, wow, okay, yeah, Why are you listening to me? Why are you not reacting? Why are you not feeling my fury? Because I love you. Now he's really small and afraid again, and he feels bad, and now we're back to this me being held. As you see what love can do for us, it can cause anger to calm itself. It can cause fury to calm itself. And you're still in fear. But where's the anger now? What happened to the anger? Well, it was comforted by love, and now I'm going to comfort you by love. With love. So I'm just holding this aspect of me. I want to do something for this me. So I take this version of me, I shrink it down into a little version of me that's maybe 4 years old, and I create a space, a memory. I take myself back to a memory. And in this room, there's a rocking chair in the middle of the floor. I always remember this rocking chair. I remember my mom using this rocking chair to rock me to sleep, and I would not go to sleep. I always had a weird relationship with sleep. So I would just be up watching her, being aware of her rocking me to sleep and pretending that I was, but really just enjoying the moment and feeling relaxed. So in this room, there's a bed that I sleep in, there's a chair, and there's not much else. It's really empty. But there's somebody in my life currently that means the world to me. And this person, soulmate, soul friend, soul tribe, all of those things, I'm going to bring them into this space. And just their presence feels like a huge hug for me. How do I bring someone's presence into my space? Well, if you could think about someone that you love very much, even if it's yourself, just think of someone that means the world to you, or someone that you can just think of and perceive. Well, how would you think of that person? How would you perceive that person if they didn't have a body or a name, a face, if they were just all that is in here? No name, anything. Well, you would focus on the feeling that they give you. You would focus on the emotions, their vibration. Everybody has an energetic signature outside of all of this physical stuff. So I focus on that signature and I bring it into me. And I bring it into my heart. And as soon as I bring it into my heart, as soon as I bring her into my heart, this place just grows so much brighter and feels so soft. It feels so soft. So she sits in the rocking chair and I give her this little version of me to hold. And I'm starting to realize something for myself. I've been trying to manifest hugs. I've been trying to manifest hugs, and I've actually been trying with this, and it's not working. So whenever you manifest something, even if it's something small, I realize that I either have when I want to manifest something and it doesn't really attract the way that I want it to, I don't look at it as, I look at it as there's something that's blocking it, or there's something that I need to do before that, there's something that I need to be looking at before I look at that thing in my life. There are things that I can attract that are beneficial to me that I need in this current moment to help me in this current moment. And with hugs, why would I not need why would I be not able to have a hug right now? And I guess I could have a hug, but there's two different types of hugs. There's a hug where it's like, oh yeah, man, they hug you with one arm, and it's just like they're kind of leaning back, and it's like one arm is away from you, but their whole body is leaning away from you, and you're both just doing that thing. It's not. But then there's a hug where you just fall into their arms, and you become extremely vulnerable with not just anything physical going on, but all the emotional stuff that comes with it. You become vulnerable to let go of all the pain that you're feeling, all the fear and anger that you're feeling, and letting it sink into this moment. And there, on the other side of this, they are also becoming vulnerable and allowing how you feel to sink into their body and turn it into light and to heal you. And it's becoming this really soft and healing experience that you both are sharing with each other. And that is a hug I have not received. And I've been wanting a hug like that. But there's something about that experience that I should be focusing on before the physical part of that. And that's that I can already feel a hug in that way right now without even having someone's arms around me. And there is a difference, and the human part of us still, well, I still want to be held. I still want to feel someone's arms around me. But you can still feel there's a focus. There is a need for focus of me in this current moment on just the energetic side of things right now. For now. Not for the rest of my life. Not that you're just never going to have a hug in this way for the rest of your life. For right now, I need to focus on the energy aspect of this and realize that this is always around me. Hugs are always around me. The opportunity to be held by energy and by your higher self, by God, by your best friends are always around you, even if they're miles away. And this is something I've almost gotten used to in a sense, and almost felt in a sense. I definitely feel it, but it can go deeper. It can go deeper. Something I'm realizing lately is everything can go deeper. I realize, wow, I have these moments where I learn something. I learned how to feel a hug energetically. That's cool. Well, what next? Oh, we're looking back at this now. It can go deeper. That's cool. Let's go deeper into it now. Wow, this is so amazing. I didn't feel that I could feel it in this way. This is incredible. I didn't know it could be like this. It can go even deeper. Oh, okay. Let's go deeper. Wow, this is profound. I see what you mean. Now, this has to be it. This is like the end. It can go deeper. Everything can go deeper. And there's a lot of... But I realize when I'm going deeper in this thing, I'm not going down. The deeper I go, the higher I'm going in vibration. And it's leading me somewhere. It's leading me closer to something. It makes me think of my higher self. Feeling things is leading me closer to my higher self, because my higher self wants me to feel it, without fear. But this fear is holding me back from feeling because it's scared. Well, now I'm going to allow you to feel, but we're just going to allow you to feel a hug. So I invited this amazing human being that I love very much to my heart, and they're sitting on a rocking chair, and they're holding me as a 4-year-old baby. Not really a baby, but he's 4. He could still be held. Maybe he's 3. I don't know the specific age. He's small. He can be held. He's not an infant, but he's small. You get the gist. She's just holding him, and he falls asleep. Always having trouble falling asleep, but you fall asleep instantly. And he's allowing this fear to just rest finally, and just be. I'm not trying to throw you out of my heart. I don't want to get rid of you. I don't want to just banish you away from me. I've never wanted to get rid of you. I just wanted you to be okay. To see that everything is okay. I think I just want to sit here for a sec, in this space, or leave it there, in this space. Hmm. That's all I'm being called to share. This was interesting. I haven't done a video like this ever. I've tried many times, a few times, and it doesn't usually work out, and I'm not used to it. And this experience was better than it usually is. It feels like I was able to not really care that camera's in my face. Usually you're just talking and you're kind of just like, camera's there. I don't know how comfortable I am talking, but it doesn't matter. This was all very nice. And again, if anyone's watching this soon, maybe if I post this immediately after, maybe if you're watching this in years later, thank you. And I hope that you got something out of this. And I love you so much. All right, bye.